the West All-Stars to start out. Now let's check out the starters for the East All-Stars. They've got Curry. Paul George is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's Walker in at the point. Now here's Leonard. And here's Harden for three. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And Harden takes a lot of pride in being a hard matchup, a tough cover. I mean, he takes no time in shooting once he gets the bump.
Giannis against KD. Here's Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Now here's James. Here's Harden. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
You know, we talk about Harden's skill set, which is superb, but there's no quit in this guy. He's got a great competitive spirit. And even when you bang him and bump into him, he just muscles through that and says, play on.
Free throw dropped for Harden.
You know, what's most impressive about Harden to me is his versatility as a scorer. I mean, he's a remarkable combo guard with great size and strength and very efficient on the offensive end.
Now here's Walker. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Plays it in off the breakaway.
Walker can be a slick, sneaky defender. A lot of his steals result in instant offense.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. On the wing, Irving. And here's Leonard. Clock at 6. LeBron right side. It's hauled in by George.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
And here's the West with the ball. Now we'll go to David Aldridge, who spoke with Mike D'Antoni. David.
I asked him how hands-on he was planning to be, and he said, not much. He told me it's fun to coach these guys to see what I can generate out of certain matchups, but that's more the exception than the rule. I think I'll be as much of a spectator as anyone. Guys?
Thank you, David.
Walker does a good job, a really solid job at filling out the defense. Takes a lot of pride in keeping them off balance with the floater.
Pass to James. Irving with the ball. Outside Durant. To the paint. Here's Harden, and the jam by Harden.
And Durant just great at picking apart the defense. When they leave one of his guys open, he is quick to get the ball to them.
Now here is George. The three. Another shot. That one is good from Joel Embiid.
That kind of energy and hustle on the glass usually produces good results.
So the timeout taken here, the first for the West All-Stars.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
So the West ends up with the new group. .153 left in the first quarter. Russell against Lillard. Over Russell. Misses the wing J.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
Now here's Beal. Following the miss by Russell Westbrook. Here's Lillard, and the layup's good off the glass.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative, they are strong.
And the slam by Blake Griffin.
Well, the timing of Griffin really superb in these situations. He has a great sense for when to leave the floor on these alley-oop jams.
Now here is Davis, and the pass to Simmons. He kicks it to Lillard. Pass to Davis. Over Jokic. Unable to get that one. The East All-Stars go the other way with it. Westbrook scanning the floor. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Now, here's Lillard. Outside, Beal. Pass to Simmons. Over Russell. Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
And, you know, this is the area where Simmons is most effective, mainly due to his size and athleticism.
Westbrook with it. Shoots the three. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. West All-Stars lead by 2. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And from what we've seen from the West All-Stars, what's your take so far?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
Thompson is out there with Simmons. Then it's Damian Lillard, and there's Bradley Beal, and it's Towns in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the West All-Stars 5 as we get into the second quarter. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, for Nick Vucevic, there were some great firsts last season. His son Philip was born in December, and then Dad made his first All-Star appearance. Nick is from a basketball family. He said, "I'll enjoy telling my son the stories, like my dad did with me. We'll see if he likes the game of basketball." I think he will. Kevin?
Well, DA, it's certainly in his genes. Thanks for that report.
A little ambitious on that possession, trying to hit a shot in the face of that defensive pressure.
Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
Outstanding focus that time by Simmons. Nothing really rattles this guy. He's unflappable, even when he's getting bodied by the defense like that.
Vucevic, the pass to Middleton. And the rejection by Towns. Thompson inside the line. Offensive rebound, and Ben Simmons picks up the foul. That's his first foul. So an almost entirely new group now for the West. LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Simmons. Leonard comes in for Thompson. James Harden, he's checked in for Beal. And Irving subbed in for Damian Lillard. And then for the East, Giannis, he's checked in for Griffin. Paul George comes in for Chris Middleton. And Steph Curry subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Vucevic against Aldridge. Here's Giannis. And no good. But close on that one, so he'll shoot 2.
And really, Antetokounmpo never stops attacking. I mean, he's always in attack mode. He really forces the defense's hand. He keeps pressure on them at all times.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the West All-Stars.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
You know, it also hasn't taken them long to make their mark in the paint. I mean, they're doing a lot of their scoring from in there.
Good on the second free throw.
You know, really, when you look at Antetokounmpo, he's got it all. I mean, he can score it, rebound it, he passes it pretty well, defends with intensity, and he's really versatile and going to continue to get better because of his work ethic.
No good from Irving. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the East All-Stars. 6-point game. And he makes good on the layup. Giannis has got 5 points so far.
When he's on the floor, Antetokounmpo makes good things happen inside. I mean, he's got so much size and skill, a lot for the defense to try to contend with.
George against Leonard. Good on the 13-footer.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. On its way from Curry for 2. It's rebounded by the West. Now here's Irving. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. From deep. Drains it from beyond the arc. Irving's got the lead up to 9 now for the West All-Stars.
I love the three-point shooting of Irving. Excellent at dialing it in from deep, and you've got to respect his range.
And Vucevic kicks to George. Sinks the three-pointer.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Harden draws the double. Irving finds Towns. Vucevic with the block.
Get that weak stuff out of here. You can't come weak like that against Vucevic. He's going to send it back at you.
The West All-Stars have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of neat to see Aldridge take more of a leadership role. He's somebody the younger guys can look up to.
So for the West, Davis is checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. And it's LeBron in for Kawhi Leonard. The East also changing it up. Jokic comes in for Nikola Vucevic. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Both free throws good from Aldridge.
Well, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
Curry with the bounce pass. And Davis sends it back.
Boy, I tell you what, Davis uses his length so well. I mean, a defensive stalwart who holds his ground, and because of his timing and length and athleticism, he's an excellent shot blocker.
Loads it up for Davis. It's tipped. And the ball travels out of his hands. It was last touched by Jokic.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Kevin Durant, he's checked in for LaMarcus Aldridge. The East also changing it up. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo, and Walker's up in for Curry.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And here are the East All-Stars. They trail by 11. Walker against Harden. Walker's shot is off.
You know, I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done.
Harden draws the double to the middle. Here's KD. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. KD's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Yeah, I just love how Durant finishes over contact, not allowing the D to contain it.
Russell with it. Guarded now by Irving. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's on LeBron James. The East All-Stars shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. No good on the free throw.
And, you know, the versatile George does so many things well. High-octane player who I think gives you intensity at both ends of the court.
The West All-Stars making a switch here. Lillard's checked in. And he sinks the second. There's 38 seconds left in the first half of the game. Harden scanning the floor. The shot that time not on target.
He hit 1 3 in the first, but the well has been totally dry for him in the second.
Here's Walker, and the layup falls. Walker's got 8.
Yeah, Walker seemed unbothered by the defense there. Very creative with the rock in his hand.
Now Harden, 11 points in the game. Lets the 3 fly, and so it's the West All-Stars going into the break with a 10-point lead. The one goal they had coming into this game was to not let Curry beat them. And so far, their defense on step.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. James Harden was the man in the first. He had 11 points, 2 assists, and 1 rebound. Shaq, let's get your take on the West All-Star.
I don't think anyone expected to see such numbers from the bench. You know, I'm impressed. It's what they needed. The joke they needed, Ernie. Wow, I never knew their bench. Matter of fact, I don't even know any of their players coming off the bench. Man, keep going, bench guys.
And Kenny, what are your thoughts? And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. And on the floor for Dwayne Casey starting the second half. We've got Antetokounmpo. Curry is out there with Kemba Walker. Then it's Paul George, and it's Embiid in at the center, filling out the middle. The East All-Stars shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
Hey, and that explosiveness of Walker is sometimes just mesmerizing. A quick-footed guard with a superb shooting stroke to match.
Embiid with the steal. Durant against Curry. It's good.
And Curry certainly is clever and crafty. Trickery is part of his arsenal when he gets inside. I mean, I like seeing him do his thing close to the basket.
On the wing, Harden shoots over Curry. Rebound by Joel Embiid.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
All the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without foul.
And the first one drops. And so he hits both. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the West All-Stars. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. Irving's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. George double teamed. Giannis inside. KD's on him. Good on that shot, and with that, the West All-Stars lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Antetokounmpo. KD passes to Harden. Harden draws the double, and there's the call on Joel Embiid. That is his first foul of the game. Beal's checked in for James Harden. And these All-Stars also making a switch. Chris Middleton's checked in for George. James against Embiid, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's Walker. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
And still perfect in the second half. 4 straight makes.
Now a timeout called by the West All-Stars. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
So for the West, Karl Anthony Towns checked in for James. Ben Simmons comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Klay Thompson in for Leonard. A big group substitution here for the East. Vucevic checked in for Joel Embiid. Blake Griffin comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Russell Westbrook's checked in for Steph Curry. And it's Lowry in for Kemba Walker. And that one's good, Irving.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Outside Westbrook. In the corner, Middleton with it. Off target with his 3.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
In the corner, Irving with it. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Westbrook doesn't go for him. Some solid defense there from Irving. Passes it to Simmons. Right side Towns. Great D that time for Vucevic.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Moving against Lowry. Thompson right side over Westbrook. And it's the East with the rebound. Vucevic has got his 4th rebound in this one. For 3, Middleton. And it's Bradley Beal with the rebound. Thompson dishes to Beal. Over Westbrook. That's good from Beal on the assist by Thompson.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. Nailed from three-point land. Westbrook's got the game tied up here for the East All-Stars. Lowry against Irving. Back to Beal. The pass to Irving. Launches a 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Irving's got 5 points now this quarter.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And Vucevic kicks to Westbrook. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Westbrook's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the East All-Stars. Irving surveying the floor. Vucevic with the block. You know, here we go. Lowry, nobody back. And it's blocked by Simmons.
Well, you got to respect the athleticism and the willingness to defend that Simmons has. I mean, he's a skilled shot blocker, too.
Lowry from outside buries the long-range jumper. Lowry's got the lead up to 3 now for the East All-Stars.
That's a nice play, getting the separation he needs for a clean look.
And you look at him, he's given up an awful lot of size in that matchup, so he needs to have the ability to create separation.
And Irving is comfortable running the offense. When a teammate's open, he's quick to whip it around and get him a good look.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. East All-Stars up on top. They lead by... And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his speed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. We've got Damian Lillard. Davis is out there with Durant. Then it's Harden, and it's Leonard in at the small forward position. So that's who's on the floor for the West All-Stars. Back to Lillard. Trying to find Harden, and he's got it now. And it's Davis with the jam.
You know, Harden will burn you when you overcommit and leave guys open. He's excellent at sensing when you're out of position.
And so Curry will bring it up for the East All-Stars. It's a one-point game. Giannis outside. Here's Jokic. And that one is off. Great D that time from Davis. Harden outside. No good with the triple. Now the East All-Stars with it. Pass to George. And it's George finishing it off.
Yeah, Curry is so impressive. His peripheral vision is what makes him unique, in addition to his ball handling skills. He does a nice job setting up his teammates and knows how to get them the ball when they're open.
Harden finds Leonard. Down low. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and two shots coming up. It's going to be on Jokic. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the East All-Stars.
Well, I got to say, one thing that stuck out all game is the consistent penetration they've got.
Yeah, and it doesn't hurt to be on fire from beyond. They have been really good from the three-point line.
The free throw good from Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, when he was in high school in California, Kawhi won the state's Mr. Basketball Award. And you look at the list of guys who've won that award over the years, it has a lot of the all-time greats on it.
Joel Embiid, he's checked in for the East. Walker comes in for D'Angelo Russell. Curry is inside, guarded by Harden. Curry's shot is off. Plenty of drama in this one so far.
Yeah, don't be surprised if it isn't decided until the final buzzer.
Lillard, the pass to Durant. From past the arc. Lillard misses. Lillard's gone 1 of 3 on the night. Out to Kumbo, finds Walker. And it's sent back by KD. Leonard against George. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Shooting for West All-Stars, Kawhi Leonard. Taking 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Leonard. Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime? Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
And so here are the West All-Stars. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Walker the pass to Curry. Bangs home the trifecta.
And Kevin, that 3 ball of Curry dead. I mean, you feel like it's going in as soon as he lets it go, no matter where, what angle, or how deep.
It's deflected. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's George. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. George has got it all tied up now for the East All-Stars. Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over. Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Kemba Walker.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
Catching up on changes for the West. Lebron comes in for Davis, and Irving subbed in for Lillard. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, during that break, Mike D'Antoni talked to his team, and he's pushing them to empty the tank. He said, I know you're tired and it's been a tough game, but we can't hold back. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I want you full speed, guys.
Thanks, David. Curry against Harden. Curry dishes to Embiid. Harden with the defensive effort.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
In the corner, George with it. And it goes down 2 points.
And George just has an uncanny knack for providing these kinds of baskets. And he makes it look so easy.
George has gone 80% from the field, 4 of 5 shooting. Harden inside the three-point line, and right through it goes.
He is just so clutch, saving his best for when the pressure is at its highest.
Here are the East All-Stars. Curry looking it over. To the inside, Embiid.
What confidence from Joel Embiid. Knocked that one down in a clutch situation.
Here is Harden. It's hauled in by the East All-Stars.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Now they're going for the jugular. A few more trips like that, and we might be able to see this one in the books.
Now a timeout called by the West All-Stars. They're behind by 5. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Six seconds left in the fourth quarter. Off target from outside. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the East All-Stars.
Gıannıs is at the line for 2.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Yeah, showing off a really smooth stroke there, and that will add to their lead.
Harden, no good. Irving against Curry. So the East All-Stars win it. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team.